September 2025. Japanese scientists have discovered a long-distance teleportation technology. The kind of teleportation we've heard about before may no longer just be a legend, but something that actually exists in reality. This technology is a method of observing Tri-Photon Entanglement states. According to the Japanese announcement, they distributed 3 single photons to locations 10 kilometers apart. Using a specific Wigner observation technique, these 3 photons can transmit stable, symmetrical information. This phenomenon is called cyclic shift symmetry by them, and during the transmission process, the Wigner phenomenon shows damage resistance. Even if some information is lost during transmission, the final result remains intact. Simply put, the Wigner observation method is like setting up identical data centers at 3 different destinations that interact through quantum entanglement. If data changes in one location, the data in the other 2 destinations will instantly change as well, forming perfect symmetry. However, this speed still cannot exceed the speed of light. As you can see, the transmission principle under Wigner observation is basically identical to the portals we see in movies. If you want to transmit a larger object, there must be a receiving device on the other side. Otherwise, the transmission cannot be completed. To use an analogy, if a subway train has no destination, no station, no tracks, where exactly is that train supposed to go? This current Wigner quantum observation technology has broken through a scientific problem that stumped researchers for nearly 25 years. Before this, people only knew about quantum entanglement between 2 photons. Now we know that information transfer exists between more than 2 photons. And in the future, we may be able to develop this technology to work between molecules, or even much larger objects. It has long been believed that in alien technology, portals are real, functional devices. This kind of teleportation is based on discovered physical laws, and in some declassified documents, such teleportation requires coordination between multiple devices, one to send, one to receive, or one sending and one receiving. Moreover, these portals can connect to multiple destinations. This is very similar to the Tri-Photon Entanglement state recently discovered. According to information disclosed by Burisch, there are multiple such portals on Earth. Some of them were built by extraterrestrial beings. One is beneath a temple in Baghdad, one beneath the temple of Abydos in Egypt, one in Pine Gap, Australia, and one in the Zeta Reticuli system. Of course, he doesn't rule out that identical portals exist in other star systems. These portals all share a common name: looking glass. Translated, it means peering mirror, a mirror-like device that lets you see into another world. Detailed information about the looking glass comes from Michael Sala's Aquarius project, which was presented at the 2011 conference in Phoenix, Arizona. It was made public there. It should be noted that these declassified documents are considered the most credible evidence of alien technology in the world because they were cleared by the U.S. secret group MJ-12. MJ-12 gave permission for their release. Many people will think this is pure fantasy, completely impossible. I've never even heard of it. Yet, in reality, portal technology, time travel, astral projection, and mind control are no longer secrets. Strictly speaking, this information is only known to a handful of the most powerful people on the planet. Ordinary people have no way of finding out. We know that after the Roswell incident, the U.S. secretly formed a group to handle matters involving extraterrestrial visitors. That group is the famous MJ-12. Interestingly, when these secrets are exposed by people who risk their lives to do so, many react like the woman in the Matrix. The masses refuse to believe it and prefer to stay in their comfortable illusion. Because their eyes have been blindfolded for so long, they've lost their sense of direction in life, their purpose, their ability to judge truth, and ultimately their desire for the truth itself. Finally, I'd like to end with a quote from J. Allen Hynek. As a scientist, I must keep in mind that throughout history, things of great scientific value have been buried because new phenomena did not fit the prevailing worldview of the time. They had to be pushed into the abyss. But does science really represent everything you see? Sometimes science itself becomes a tool for certain people to create deceptions. I also know that they would never, ever notify the media when an interesting case came up. They did everything they could.